Proud of our team. You know, we've had some injuries this week that have changed our lineup around a little bit, and I thought everybody responded. Everybody stepped up. Hard Tennessee Martin presses the whole game. You know, it's a fast-paced game that we can play that way, but we don't want to all the time. You know, and so I thought we handled it pretty well. There was a couple times when we got a little wild that we got to work on, and but proud of the way people are getting opportunities, are stepping up. Brianna Hopkins had a great floor game today, and Jess gave us a scoring punch, and people just doing a lot of good things. This time of year, again, it's young and it's early in the season, so trying to learn a lot about our team as we go.
First of all, do you have an update on Abby Scheid and what's up?
I don't know. No,
okay.
I don't. No.
Do you know anything about whether it's going to be a short-term, long-term type of thing?
It would benefit me if it were short-term. Yeah. So that's the goal. Yeah. In the Florida game, but she'll be okay. She's a tough kid. Yeah.
And then Veronica Burton, any update on how she's doing?
Yeah, she's doing fine. I think both of them. I feel like we should be getting back pretty soon, but I don't have a date or a number yet.
And then I guess I'll ask about Amber Jamison. Had a good game off the bench today. It was a plus 29 in 22 minutes. What do you think that she brings kind of as another veteran off the bench to this team?
Yeah, Amber is somebody that can play. She can play, and she did today 3 positions basically, and she can guard post players. She can guard, shooting guards. So she gives us that utility, position that every team needs, kind of a glue. And she's she's a strong. She really made 2 big offensive rebound plays in the second quarter that really helped. That I thought were big plays, and she's really strong. And so hopefully, she's getting back into, finding opportunities, and she's just one of those players. You can throw her in; she knows how to play. She can play anywhere and play with anybody. And those players are hard to find.
Palace mentioned that you guys did a lot of scouting on their press. What did you see in the film that you thought would be exploitable in their press?
Well, hey, they do a good job in the games that they've won so far. They've really hurt teams with their press. I thought for us that we needed to attack it and attack the rim instead of trying to break it and pull it back out. I thought we had to be aggressive and just go to the basket against it or make the extra pass. And I thought for the most part we did. We got a little sloppy at times, but we got a lot of things 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and that was our goal.
You had Brianna Hopkins as the inbounder instead of maybe Lindsay, who was more up the court. Why did you decide to use that as sort of strategy?
Well, Bree is somebody that, kind of like Amber, that can play all different positions. And last year we had her inbound the ball a lot, so she's experienced. And, just doesn't turn the ball over, can make the extra pass, has good size so she can see over people in the press. And we want Lindsay in a position where she can finish because that's what she does best,
Lindsay did have an off day today, 3 for 15 from the field.
That's not off. Doesn't matter. She'll make her next 15. I'm telling you. I've seen it happen. She just keeps going.
Yeah. But you guys still won by almost 30 points. What does it show about your team that despite having your leading scorer, shoot 20%?
Yeah, I don't know how many free throws she made. I don't have a box yet, but she probably got to the line maybe.
6 for 8 from the foul line.
6 for 8 for the foul line, 3 for 3. So, 12 points. I don't think she hit it. She had 12 points. Yeah. So, she's gonna have 35, like 33, like she did at Indiana last year, and she's gonna have 12. But either way, she just wants to win, and that's what her team loves about her teammates. So, I don't think any shots she took were bad shots. Maybe one. So I feel like she'll make the next 10. You never know with her, and but we have a lot of confidence in her.
Sure. I know you guys, you can't give a timetable on the injuries for Abby Scheid and Veronica Burton, but can you tell us what the nature of those injuries are?
Nah, really just moving forward. Hopefully we'll have more this week.
And so Jess Sancoltato, obviously a breakout game for her. 6 for 8, 8 for 10, sorry, from the field. Made you guys only 2 3-pointers.
Is that
Has
right?
she
We
earned the
only
right
made
to be
2 threes today?
Yeah, she earned the right to be a bigger part of the rotation going forward.
Great question. You know, our coaches and myself, we've been really impressed with her progress, especially the last 2 weeks that she's made. Not just, you know, when she had an opportunity against UIC, she had a really good game, but in practice, she's really starting to get comfortable with, I think, college basketball instead of international basketball. She's starting to get used to, you know, how we play defensively and some of the things we do offensively. But yeah, I mean, she's, you know, we're seeing that in practice too. So really happy for her today. You know, my staff has done a great job getting her ready, transitioning from international basketball, because it's a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure. And with Abby Scheid maybe out for at least for today's game, and she's one of your best 3-point shooters. How will Jess and some other guys sort of help make up for that with their shooting ability?
I'm not so much worried about that. I feel like we have a pretty good arsenal of 3-point shooters. You know, Jordan Hamilton made big threes at Florida. You saw against Duke. You know, other people. Birdie can make threes. Pulliam can make threes. You know, Bree can make threes. I think she made one they called. They might have called it travel. They waved off, but. You know, Amber can shoot threes. So we have 5 or 6 still that I think Sydney Wood made a big 3 against Green Bay to help us win the game. So we got pieces there. So we got to get that to be a consistent part of our game. But you know, obviously Scheid, that's, you know, she's one of the best stretch fours in the Big Ten, and but hopefully, you know, other people can step up there. We're not a bombardier team. We're not going to shoot 25 threes. We'll take them pretty judiciously when we can.
So you're 5-0 to start the year with a couple really good wins. Is that what you expected by this point?
To be honest with you, I really record-wise, going into November to Green Bay to the first game, I was just really like, let's get better between now and Christmas. We start the Big Ten at Rutgers, December 28th. So, yeah, I think I'm happy with our record. Today gave us a blueprint on some of the things we got to work on in order to compete at the higher level in the Big Ten. But beating Duke like we did, just confidence-wise, winning at Florida, coming back. Down 11, winning overtime, winning at Green Bay. Not many teams go up there and win. So, we're showing some resiliency, which I'm really happy about. But we got a lot of work to do.
It seems like this team's best at home. All 3 games so far have been at least 20-point wins. What's the difference for this team at home?
This is a guess on my part, but I just think they really are excited about playing in Welsh Ryan Arena now, and I think it's just the atmosphere here. It's just a cool place. It's loud. We had a great crowd against Duke, and even today it was really loud in there. I know it's right day after Thanksgiving football weekend, but I think our players just enjoy the atmosphere here. They're kind of adopting it as their home court. So hopefully that'll hold up, as we go through the season.
It looked like there was a shift of some kind made in the second quarter when you were able to break the press and scored 16 straight points. What adjustment was made?
We just brought more people in position to break their press, and then made the extra pass where we got the ball down the floor. We got easy baskets. It was just more flashing to the ball, making the extra pass, not trying to dribble through it. And I think we got a little dribble happy in the first quarter, and when we passed the ball, we're really good, and that was a goal.
Do you have to do anything differently to scout a team that makes so many substitutions, uses so many players, and can substitute 5 players at a time?
I'm a hockey fan, so I was like, they were coming at you in shifts, and but I had a good goalie in there, so. But it was hard, at times to match up, and they caught us a couple of times. But Blackhawks and the Flyers need to get better. So that's my teams.
Next question: does Palace have a green light to dunk whenever she has the opportunity?
You know, when you come up to a big intersection and there's that yellow light, it says proceed with caution, right? And you got the green light. If you're going to dunk in a college basketball game, you got the green light, baby, and she can do it. So it's going to happen. Tonight I think the Tennessee Martin player was kind of closing in on her, so I'm not sure if she was looking at the defense instead of the rim. I have to watch on tape, but I see her do it routinely in practice, so she can dunk anytime she wants, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. But she needs to make them.
Hey, Coach. I looked at your interior defense, and against Florida, you gave up 42 points in the paint. This game, you only gave up 20. What did you do, even with the loss of Abby Scheid to injury, to improve your paint defense?
Well, I'll tell you, I thought we changed defenses a lot, and I thought Palace controlled the paint, and I thought Wolf did a really good job of using her size and her length to contest shots. And to me, we're not that big a team, so I thought she was a difference in the lane tonight. Florida attacked us a little more in transition with their big kids, but I thought Palace, Wolf, Bree all did a good job on the front line tonight.
Speaking of Abby Wolf, in addition to people like Amber Jamison, with Abby Scheid not playing today, what do you like about the depth of this team on the bench?
I'll tell you, we saw it against Duke and against Florida. People stepping up, and I think just taking advantage of opportunities. I think Abby Wolf is somebody that is probably the hardest worker we have on this team, and she can change the game in the paint defensively. So I think like I said, getting opportunities like her, Jess, Amber got tonight. Bree and Birdie obviously are playing a lot. They're taking advantage of that opportunity too. So, I just think we're a lot deeper than we were last year.
Lastly, I don't know if you're much of an AP poll person, but last time I checked, you got 45 votes, which made you the unofficial number 28 team in the country. Is that something you like to look at, or for respect, or are you putting that in the back burner?
Man, I probably spent, and I don't have it in front of me, so don't quote me on this, but I probably spent years where we spent the whole year in the top 20 in the AP at GW, and a couple times here, we were in the top 20 AP. So, in the top 10, I've been in, we had a team here who was ranked 12th in the country. I think those things have a way, it's good for our program when it happens, recruiting-wise. It's good, as we move into the new arena. But, I don't think you can worry about those things so much. It's a little bit out of my hands. And I know most of the AP voters. Obviously, all the USA voters I pretty much know. I think sometimes when people are in, it's hard to get them out, But, I think we're in the conversation right now, especially winning at places like Green Bay, which holds up. And, I think a lot of people saw us play Duke and said we look like a really good team on television. But I don't worry about those things anymore. My younger days, I call AP voters all the time. But I think they're, it's early in the year and you got a lot going on. So I think if you just got to keep winning, I think those things will take care of themselves. You guys hungry yet? Man?
Just one more from me, Coach. You talked a lot the last couple of weeks about it being early in the season. Wasn't even Thanksgiving yet. You said a couple times, I think. Now you're transitioning into a little bit of a tougher part of your non-conference schedule here. Do you think you're approaching kind of a transition point in the season where it starts being a little bit more of the real season?
Well, I'll tell you, if you're in and you look at our schedule and you open the season at Green Bay and then play Duke and then play at Florida right after UIC, that was pretty ambitious on our part, scheduling wise. Now we got Pitt from the ACC. We got the two best teams in the Big East back to back, DePaul and Marquette. So we got some work to do, So yeah, you're right. It's a tough stretch for us. We got to heal a little bit. Fortunately, the way the schedule has, and as we know at Northwestern with finals week, we have some gaps where maybe we can get some rest, get people healthy, hopefully. But it's going to be a tough stretch with starting Thursday night. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.